All right, let's dive into a powerful nutritional strategy that you hear about all the time, but let's be honest, it's often totally misunderstood. We're talking about carb cycling, and it might just be the secret weapon you need to unlock that next level of fitness. So, have you ever hit that wall? You know the feeling, right? That super frustrating point where you're doing everything you're supposed to, training like a beast, eating clean, but your progress just slams on the brakes? Yeah, that's the classic plateau. But here's a thought. What if the answer isn't just to grind harder, but to actually work smarter? What if there's a tactic out there specifically designed to outsmart your body's own survival instincts? Okay, so before we get into the solution, let's really break down the problem. What exactly is a weight loss plateau, and why does it happen to even the most dedicated people out there? This right here is the heart of it. You've been so consistent for weeks, maybe even months, and you've seen some awesome results. But then, all of a sudden, those last few stubborn pounds just refuse to go anywhere, no matter what you throw at them. You know, our source material uses this fantastic analogy. Think about carb cycling like specialized maintenance for a high-performance race car. It's not for the person just learning to drive. It's a precise, advanced tool for people who are already pushing the limits and need to break through to that next level. So, if the plateau is the problem, what's the fix? Well, this brings us to the strategy itself, carb cycling. So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, carb cycling is a planned, deliberate approach where you intentionally mix up your carbohydrate intake. Some days you're eating a lot of carbs, other days you're eating very, very few. The key word here is cycle. It's not random, it's strategic. And this is a really crucial distinction made by the expert in our source material, Captain Mammoet. He makes it super clear that this is not a diet in the way we usually think about them. Nope, this is a calculated tactic, a specific tool used to achieve a very specific goal, like smashing through that plateau we were just talking about. Okay, now for the really cool part. How does this actually work? Well, the genius of carb cycling is all about how it plays with two key hormones in your body. It's basically a clever biological trick. So let's meet the two main players in this game. First up, you've got leptin, which I like to call the fullness messenger. It's the hormone that tells your brain, hey, we're good on energy, feel free to burn calories at a high rate. Then you have insulin, the storage manager. When you eat carbs, insulin's job is to manage that blood sugar and store the energy. And here's the kicker. When insulin levels are high, burning fat becomes really, really difficult. So here's the trick in action. You start with low carb days. Your insulin levels drop, which is awesome because it signals your body to start burning fat for fuel. But after a few days of this, your body starts to get a little nervous. Your leptin levels fall, sending a panic signal to your brain that says, uh-oh, possible famine ahead, slow down the metabolism. But, and this is the genius part, right before your metabolism grinds to a halt, you hit it with a high carb day. This recharges your leptin, basically telling your brain, false alarm, everything's fine. Your metabolism fires back up and you can keep burning fat. It's way smarter than just endlessly cutting calories. Okay, understanding the science is one thing, but applying it correctly, that's the whole ballgame. And honestly, this is where so many people go wrong, turning a powerful strategy into a huge mistake that actually kills their progress. Which brings us to the biggest misconception of all. Is that amazing sounding high carb day just a free-for-all? Is it a cheat day where you could just go wild and eat anything you want? Let me be crystal clear. Absolutely not. A high carb day is a strategic recharge. It's not a day to ruin all your hard work. You are refueling your body with clean, quality carbohydrates, things like brown rice, sweet potatoes, and oats. You are not derailing your system with pizza, ice cream, and soda. Think of it like putting premium fuel into your high-performance engine, not pouring sugar in the gas tank. So what does this actually look like on a plate? Well, this example from our source lays it out perfectly. On a low-carb day, your meals are built around protein and healthy fats. You got your eggs for breakfast, maybe some grilled chicken on a big salad for lunch. But on a high-carb day, you strategically add in those clean carbs, oatmeal for breakfast to start your day, and then some brown rice with your chicken after a tough workout to replenish your muscles. See the difference? So after hearing all that, we get to the most important question of all. Is this advanced tactic actually the right fit for you and your personal goals? Because this is definitely not a one-size-fits-all solution. Carb cycling really works best for a very specific group of people. If you're an advanced athlete or bodybuilder, or you're someone who is genuinely, truly stuck at a weight loss plateau, despite doing everything right, this could be the tool you need. And you have to be the kind of person who's willing to be meticulous and track your food and calories pretty closely. And just as important, maybe even more important, is knowing who should probably stay away from this. If you're just starting your fitness journey, a simple balanced diet is a much better, more sustainable place to begin. And because of how it messes with hormones and blood sugar, anyone with diabetes, thyroid issues, or a history of eating disorders should absolutely avoid this, unless they're working directly under a doctor's supervision. Seriously. At the end of the day, everybody is different. What works wonders for one person might do nothing for you. This is an advanced strategy, and it really should be personalized with some professional guidance. So the final thought I want to leave you with is this. Are you looking for a specific tactic to solve a specific problem, or are you just looking for the next diet fad? Knowing that difference is really the key to your success.